Hey everyone, welcome back to Allowing Life to Happen. Today I want to talk about something that's really close to my heart. It's something that's changed the way that I live, the way that I work and move through my life. So here it is, guys, surrendering to the divine and letting the divine energy guide you on your chosen path. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Deborah. I'm pretty new to YouTubing and I've been thinking about creating a channel for some time now. So I finally decided that now was the time. My channel, it's all about helping those that are searching for ways to create a better life for themselves and to develop ways to grow within. Now, before we dive in, I know that the idea of surrendering might bring different thoughts for different people. Some of us might associate surrendering with giving up or losing control, especially when we're trying to create a life of freedom and purpose for ourselves. But guys, let me tell you this. Surrendering to the divine is anything but giving up. It's actually one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourselves. Surrendering to the divine means letting go of the constant need to control every single detail of your life. It means opening yourself up to the possibilities that there's a force bigger than you, whether you call it the universe, God, spirit, or simply the flow of life. Guys, trust me, I get it. The idea of letting go, of not being in control all the time, it can feel so scary. We live in a world that tells us that we need to push, we need to hustle, and we need to grind 24/7 to get what we want. But what if that hustle is sometimes the very thing keeping us stuck? What if by constantly pushing, we're blocking the flow of something that's even better? I want to share a little bit of my story with you. I have shared this story before, but for those of you that are new here, I will quickly give you an outline. So guys, back in 2014, I was working long hours in my finance job. I was tired and I was fed up, but I continued anyway, until one day I fainted. From that point, my whole life changed, and I realized that if I didn't take control of my life, my whole life would control me, and I wasn't about to let that happen. So that's when I came across the idea of surrendering to the divine, to a higher energy that I wasn't fully trusting at that particular time. I began to meditate, I began to journal and really tune into my inner self. Slowly, I started to trust that the universe and the divine had my back. So instead of obsessing over every detail of how things should go, I opened myself up to receiving guidance from a higher force. And that's when things started to shift for me. Opportunities started to come my way in so many unexpected ways. The right people, the right resources, everything seemed to fall into place when I just stopped trying to force it. Surrender didn't mean I stopped taking action. It just meant I was now moving in alignment with a higher purpose instead of trying to control the universe's timing. So let's talk about what surrendering actually means. Okay, first, let's be clear. Surrender isn't passivity. It doesn't mean you sit back and wait for things to happen without any effort. It's about shifting the energy behind your actions. It's about letting go of the attachment to specific outcomes, trusting that the divine knows the best plan for you. Surrender is recognizing that there's a bigger picture, one that we can't always see from where we stand. It's knowing that the universe is working in ways we might not understand, but trusting that it's always working in our favor. And that trust, that faith is what allows you to move with ease instead of resistance. So how do we actually surrender to the divine? I know this can feel abstract, especially if you're someone who likes to have a plan like I used to, but surrender is a practice. It's something we learn over time. So guys, here are 3 steps on how you could start learning to let go. So step 1, let go of the need for immediate answers. Surrender starts by letting go of the constant need for certainty. In business, relationships, or any aspects of your life, we often want things to happen on our timeline, but the divine operates on its own timing. Trust that the right answers, the right opportunities will come when you're ready for them. Step 2, listen to your intuition. The divine speaks to us in so many different ways, through signs, through feelings, and often through that quiet voice inside of us. So start paying attention to what your gut is telling you. When you feel a nudge in a certain direction, even if it doesn't make sense logically, just trust it. Step 3, slow down. In our fast-paced world, we rarely take the time to just be. But when we slow down, when we take time for ourselves, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply walking in nature, that's when we connect to the divine. It's the stillness, we can hear the guidance, and that's always been there. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know when the divine is guiding me? Well, the universe is always sending us signs, but it's up to us to be open to seeing them. Have you ever noticed synchronicities, like when you keep seeing the same number over and over again, or when you're thinking about something and the answer suddenly appears out of nowhere? These aren't coincidences. They're signs that the universe is aligning things for you. So pay attention to those moments of synchronicities. They're often subtle, but they're powerful reminders that you're on the right path. So guys, as I wrap up today's video, I just wanted to remind you that surrendering to the divine is a journey. It's not something you master overnight. It's a practice of faith, of trust, and of letting go of the need to know every single detail. But the more you surrender, the more you'll notice that life starts to flow with ease. The right people, the right opportunities, they will find you, trust me. And the best part is, you'll realize that you never had to do it all alone in the first place. Guys, thank you for being here today with me. If this message spoke to you, or if you're on a similar journey, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to support each other as we allow life and the divine to happen. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more insights on living and working in alignment with your highest self. Guys, I love you so much. I will see you next week for another video from Allowing Life to Happen. Bye guys.